Daddy.
You a graduate, bud?
When'd you graduate? What grade were you in?
First.
You'll be in first grade? Don't break it, Cece. Oh my goodness.
What are we doing for supper?
Tacos. Hey, I hope he left the fridge plugged in. He did. You have to push it back in though.
We've had, we got the dishwasher fixed, and
there was a note on our door saying that they're going to start working on the deck starting tomorrow, so that we need to move our stuff in. It should take about 4 to 5 days, business days. So we'll probably have to move the grill in here, and then like I can take his bicycle up to the storage room and stuff. So we'll have a new deck, and I bought a cute little rug. It's a big rug. It's an outdoor rug. And it'll go out there. And yeah, so we'll be all fixed. After that, we can like buy a little table and like start sitting out there and some chairs. Just store and get that one thing. She just wanted some cheese. What do you guys want to drink? Yours needs to be put up too, sister. Be good, okay? Let Daddy give you your cups. It is not cold in here.
where we going, Ev?
To go get a Lego box with the constructions in it.
In
Why are we
true
doing that
Walmart
for?
fashion.
I'm wearing flip-flops.
We got PJs.
That's when you know it's Walmart time.
Thank you. Thank you.
I tried to vacuum this out a little bit since I'm driving tomorrow.
I don't have it.
Today, our firstborn. Oh gosh, I'm yawning. Today, our firstborn had pictures taken at school because he graduated the kindergarten.
That makes me so like sad, but so like it's happy.
It is happy.
It's really happy, but it's bittersweet, I guess. Like I mean, it's crazy that he's big enough, and he was like our good baby. Like I miss his baby, his baby stage because he
I
wasn't.
wonder who the bad baby
He wasn't
was.
the devil.
Who was bad baby? Was you bad, Eliza?
I was a sweet little baby when I was 0. Sweet little baby.
Head to
You
the
were bald
Walmart.
and had a big head. but,
PJs and all.
you were pretty cute.
Why did you call me? I was bald.
You were bald. You were bald and had a big head.
Do I have no hair?
No, not really. You had a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Was I bad when I was 2?
You really wasn't that bad. Like, I mean, you threw some tantrums, but you didn't hold a candle to a light.
What about when I was 1?
Your worst year was 3.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
when I,
3 was his worst year. And that was when Eliza came along, so he got, like, super, like, jealous and clingy and, like, babyish, I feel like.
Mommy,
What?
what did I do when I was 1?
You were just a good kid. You didn't really do a whole
When
lot
I was
of
3,
nothing.
I got clangling.
Kangly. What?
Clingy.
Clingy.
Clangly.
Clangly. He got clangly when he was 3.
Eliza, are you clangly?
Huh? When Liza's 2, she's bad when she's 2. What about?
Can you say la 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 la?
London. Say London.
Oh, you have it recording. Good old
got? What'd you get? What'd you get?
And now this is a different one. And this is the different one. It has that guy in it.
Cool.
It's different.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode on our channel. We've just kind of been really busy, I guess, the past week or so. Jeremy had some weddings to film both Saturday and Sunday of this last week, and we
Unpacking.
have been unpacking everything. We finally got everything mostly settled. We've still got an extra bedroom upstairs that looks pretty rough, but you can just shut the door behind it on that, so you can.
It's gonna be our office.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, but it's the last on the priority list.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been really busy with that, running back and forth. You know, like I'll get stuff in Manchester and have to drive back and get a couple things. So I think we're finally done with that. But and yeah, we're in the process of just producing a couple more videos for you guys. We have some really good ideas that I'm really excited about, and I think that you'll really like. And it just kind of brings out a little bit of our personalities, I guess, like just like a fun side of
Little
us,
comedy.
I guess.
Little comedy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what's been going on with us.
So this episode is gonna be a little bit different than others, and it's actually gonna be like a mini version of some things that we want to do in the future, and in terms of like a video style podcast, that the videos may be a little longer, but it's really where we just kind of have conversation and talk about some different things, from how to handle certain situations and what we've experienced in our marriage and in our own personal life and things we've went through, and then we also want to bring in friends and share their experiences and just talk about some real things that hopefully you guys can be encouraged by and maybe get a laugh out of, or and then
maybe
also
even send in questions eventually, just of stuff that they want to hear us talk about, or just different
we can do
questions
some
of things, question and answer session.
Q&A sessions. That'd be fun. But no, this week I wanted to take a little bit of time just to discuss kind of what's going on in our world right now. We see the gas prices shoot up, and like everyone's freaking out and like hoarding up gasoline, and we're unsure really even what that whole situation is about. And then there's the COVID situation still, and mask and vaccinations, and do we do it, do we not, all that stuff. And so really 2020, if anything, it's been such a year of uncertainty, and it's like one thing after the other. And
it's leading on into this year, 21.
Yeah, and it's leading into this year. And so my thought was, well, how do you, because honestly, I think I can say with sincerity that I don't get too shaken up by a lot of stuff.
No, I mean, whenever COVID first started last year, I think everybody was kind of really on edge, and then, but I still, I didn't, it's not that we didn't take it seriously. It was just like, I didn't feel this like immense fear that I think some people felt, like this overwhelming fear, I guess. Just, we had more peace about things.
And I think
and then even with the gas prices and the gas thing, that's kind of.
Yeah, that's something I want to clearly define is when I say I don't mean that we don't think about it, or we don't worry about it to an extent, or we're making light of it, or it's not a real. That's not what we're saying. I think so many times, like you see literally people in lines with these huge containers, like trying to hoard up gas because they're freaking out.
Yeah.
COVID happens, and then amongst just you name it, and it can be personal things in your life too. Whatever circumstances come your way, like how do you maintain this peace about you? How do you not become depressed? How do you not become anxious? How do you not live in fear? Like how do you stay in like a grounded position? Like
there's healthy fear, and then there's like very like unhealthy.
Yeah, it's almost
crazy, like over the top,
tormenting. Yeah, and it's like it
like
enslaves you.
Yeah.
And so I was driving home from work, and I was just thinking, like, and here's what it comes down to. I heard a podcast today, and they were talking, and let me go ahead and preface this. We're going to talk about God a lot on this channel because it's a foundation in our life. He's changed our lives, and that's important to us. we respect everybody, and just because you may share a different viewpoint than us, that's not the end of the world. Like, we can still be friends and love each other at the end of the day. But if you're not into that kind of thing, then you may not want to watch our channel. You may not want to watch these videos because that's that's something we're passionate about, and we're going to share that and be open with that. And so,
and that's not really something that, in our minds, that's not up for debate.
we're not.
We are
we're
who
not,
we are. Yeah, kind
we're
of.
Not
going
to compromise that just to be more fitting for the internet or social media or whatever. So if you're just going to drop hate in the comments, then you should probably go find another channel.
But we love you anyway.
This is not for you. But anyway, that being said, when you remove so in Proverbs chapter 1, it starts out and it says that fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and we could dive down a rabbit hole with that. But really, here's what it boils down to. When you remove the fear of the Lord, it opens up fear of everything else.
Right.
So you fear, like your financial situations, sickness, death, what's going to happen with my kids, what's going to happen with my future, what's going to happen in this situation, the gas prices. Oh my gosh, am I going to afford gas? Can I make it to work tomorrow? Should we hoard up this? Should we, what about COVID? Do I need to get the vaccination? What's going to happen? And so it's just this constant war in your mind, because media is like dumping everything on you, and there's so much. And if the reality is a lot of people are controlled heavily, and I think, I'm not like a conspiracy guy, but I do think that people in higher positions of power use fear to control a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. It just in general with with a lot of things that can happen.
And so if you and in reverse of that, if you have a healthy fear of God as your creator, He's all powerful, He's all knowing, He has this in His hand, He loves us, He has His best interests, then literally I fear nothing else. At the end of the day, we could lose our house, we could lose our cars, we could lose our jobs, we'd still have each other, we'd still have God. And in our life, we'll share more about this, but this is not a pity party, but we've both been through some pretty tough stuff. We've been through a lot as a couple, and everything has always worked out, so to speak. And I know there's people out there that have also gone through terrible things, and you've experienced loss and disease and sickness and all those things. And I'm not saying I'm not one of those people that's like, everything's just going to be okay. And we're not saying
really,
that.
for a while there, I mean, we all go through ups and downs, but it was not okay. It was 100% not okay. Right. But I think it's just how we kind of, our mindset and how you respond to those kinds of things. Like, we all have really bad circumstances. Mm-hmm. Some bad things happen to all of us.
But I can honestly say that even in the midst, and this is something I've been growing into, obviously, my entire life, but even when I was, back in 2012, I got really sick. I had a big surgery. Even in that moment, there was an overwhelming peace that I had to where it's like the worst.
It was just like, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. I weighed 150 pounds and was almost dead. I mean, literally, the worst thing that could happen to me is me die. And then what? I've got heaven to look forward to.
And then you still get to go on to be with Jesus.
So there's this... I know this almost sounds like cliche and kind of fruity and I don't know, but literally, if you have it's like a house. If you have a solid foundation,
you really don't have to worry about that house collapsing.
Exactly, and that's when you're going through this life. If you do not fear the Lord and you don't have that foundation, then we cling on to so much stuff, and we put our trust in everything else other than that. We put our trust maybe in our job, or maybe even our family, or maybe in our finances or whatever. And when you put your trust in those things, they 100% of the time fail.
Yeah.
Those things will let you down time and time again. And when they do crumble, when the USA does crumble, when the government does crumble, when things doesn't happen like you think, when you are all of a sudden in the middle of a pandemic, when things go wrong, when uncertain times come, then you panic, and you're left oh my gosh, everything that I've put my faith into is now collapsing. And the one thing that has never failed me is God. And He never will fail me. Even if things turn out and happen a little bit differently than I think they should happen. Like right now, I'm still going through this whole battle with Crohn's and trying to figure that out. And like, I don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of uncertainty with it. But at the end of the day, it's like, I give it to God. I'm not. It doesn't control my emotions, my thoughts, my peace at night, my joy. Like nothing has control over me in those areas because of my foundation.
And we don't want to say that to be like, oh, we are like so perfect and it's so easy, because like I've had my very fair share of struggles of, fear.
Yeah.
And stuff in general, like fear and anxiety and stuff. And it's just really stuff that you just have to, like, if I didn't have God, if I didn't have that relationship, it would completely consume me.
Yeah.
Like, I would be just anxious and scared and whatever all the time because, just of little things that you think of, just normal stuff, there's a lot of things that you can fear if you let it control you. But then I just have to kind of step back and be like, just remember that, God's ultimately got me, and I literally just have to like give my fears to Him. And that's really like the only thing that I can do. So, I just couldn't imagine not having that relationship with Him.
And when we say God's got us, and God, we're not talking about like
we're favored more than
and it's like we're not talking like prosperity. We're not talking about like it's going to work out like in the end. Like, what if my sickness doesn't get better? Like honestly, this channel is kind of right at the end of a very long season for you personally, coming out of losing your parents when you were a teenager and really suppressing and dealing with that for the past however many years, the past 10 years, 12 years. So when we say these things, we're not, we want you to know that we're I guess finally in a position in life now where we're coming on the other side of some things. We're still in some things, but we're coming out of some things as well, and we've kind of looked back and realized everything we did wrong, and everything we should have did here and should have did there.
Yes.
And again, we're not saying that everything's going to be like peachy. Like if you become a Christian, like everything is.
It doesn't instantly get better.
No, matter of fact,
like...
the guys that followed Jesus, they ended up, dying brutal deaths, and they go. So this lifestyle is, being a follower of Jesus there is sacrifice, but ultimately, what you think you're giving up is like these grand things. Honestly, are just those things that collapse and fail you, and it's you're giving something up for something much bigger and something much better with a much greater purpose. And I don't know, at the end of the day, like, it's a really good feeling to know that whatever happens, yes, it may be difficult, it may be hard, you may have times of doubt, you may have times of worry, but overall, no matter what comes your way, you cannot be shaken.
Right.
When you have God as your foundation.
Right.
That's kind of what's on my heart. And just because I know that there's probably a lot of people that watch this, or a lot of you are watching this and you're our friends, and we have a really close support system, and we really value and honor. And matter of fact, that I don't know, our faith is strengthened, and our relationship is strengthened, and who we are as people is strengthened by the very people that we have around us.
Oh yeah.
And so
100%. Like, I just feel like it's so important to find those good, strong, like, friends like that are just like-minded with you, and that can strengthen you, and that you can really just do life with, and share your struggles and share your good things and all that. So that's definitely helped us too.
So if you like this kind of thing, I'm not gonna go too far into it again. I just want to take a quick moment just to kind of acknowledge like the craziness in the world, and realize that, there's a lot of people who are really struggling right now, who are afraid, who are dealing with things. And that's another point. I want to make sure I'm covering everything. If you are one of these people who live in fear of everything else that's happening around you, this is not a message of condemnation. It's not calling anybody out and saying you're doing things wrong and we're doing things right and we've got it figured out. That's not what this is at all. And please don't take it that way. But in general, I'm just saying, like, our relationship with God has enabled us to have a firm foundation. Therefore, whatever comes our way, personally, from our experiences, what we have experienced, we have been less shaken by those things. They don't cause us to live in fear or worry and anxiety. Whereas if you don't have that, then I would think that, I don't know, it'd be much harder to have any kind of faith, any kind of hope, any kind of reassurance. Like, it's because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I hope that encourages you. If you guys have experiences or thoughts or comments that you want to share, drop them in the comments. We would love to read those and appreciate those. And at the end of the day, guys, we're all humans. We're all in this together, and we're all trying to get better. We're all trying to make it. We need to strengthen each other. We need to build each other up. We need to encourage each other. And that's one thing this channel is. This is never going to be a place where we, call out people and are rude or mean or, say that we're right and everybody else is wrong. Again, we simply just want to share our story.
This is our life, our story. We just want to share anything that we think that might be helpful to you guys. Just life. Just us. So, we do not have everything all together at all. So there's no way that we could tell someone else, that they're wrong when we're, just completely.
And I think, simply put, everybody has their own giftings. Like, if you've never heard this, if you're watching this video right now, like, don't you let anyone ever tell you that you're not good enough, that you don't fit the mold, that you have to be this, or this to be successful or whatever have you. You have a certain set of gifts and talents and passions that the world needs. And I feel like with my passion is film and making these videos, and amongst other things, of course, as well. But I want to use our personality. Like, I'm just natural. And it's funny because we started vlogging when we first started dating. Like, there's videos that are on YouTube right now from back when we were teenagers.
Literally like 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
When we were first in college. I was still in high school.
Yeah. So it's almost like we're destined to do this kind of thing. And then,
I know, I wish we had kept it up.
Yeah.
We would have had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. And then my queen here she is the backbone of our family, and she is so, like, I have so much going on, and she just does nothing but support and serve everything I'm doing, and she holds our family together and our kids and everything else. And it's so awesome because she's recently had this drive and this passion to share in the form of this channel. And
if you know me, it's not my personality to do this. So it's way outside of my comfort zone, just because I hate seeing myself, hearing myself on camera, and really talking to people. I'm very introverted. But yeah, I'm working past that. But I'm happy to be here, though. I'm happy to be doing it and kind of seeing where it takes us, and
it's good.
That kind of stuff. Even if it don't take us nowhere. Like, I mean, it's just fun to do.
Yeah, it is for sure. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. If you have topics that you would like to see us talk about, drop them in the comments. We want to be as vulnerable and open as you can on this channel. Obviously, to a degree, but we want to talk about every aspect of what we've been through in our marriage and our personal lives, and in the hopes that it, will help and encourage and inspire and all that good stuff. And so, give us some feedback, some things you maybe want to hear us talk about. We'll be more than happy to do so. But anything else?
I think that's it.
Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe. It really does help us out. click the bell, turn on the notifications so that you stay caught up with everything going on here on the channel. There's going to be some really funny videos coming up in the next couple of weeks, and you can expect more little vlogs like this and kind of
lots of stuff with our kids, of course. You know, there's always good.
Congratulations to our baby boy. Everett, come here.
Come here, Ev.
He graduated the big kindergarten today. Come here, Bubba.
He celebrated with a big Lego.
You gonna tell him hi? Can you wave at the camera? Hi. The big first grader now, dude. Isn't that exciting? He's in there building a Star Wars Lego right now. But anyway, we love you guys. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next episode.